This is my ResuMe project. The kind of idea behind this is one time I had a interview where my resume wasn't formatted correctly because she was looking at it on a smartphone instead of a computer. So the idea behind this is just to kind of create a more interactive resume experience. And so this is kind of the current product. This isn't really a finished product. Ideally, I'd like to implement the applications and the schedule, whereas for now, there's just kind of a limited use with the resumes. But eventually, I would like to implement it so that the applications would work, so you can keep track of the applications that you submit, and then you can also keep track of your schedule. So if you have like interviews and stuff like that, you can keep track of that. But so this is the current kind of version of the resume. There's a couple of important things to note with the resume. The resume really only includes an ID, a name, a date, a role, and a description right now. In the future, kind of something that I hope to implement is I'm going to change this description into kind of multiple things, kind of like what we had in the ingredients, where a recipe would have multiple ingredients. I'm going to make it so that there are multiple descriptions within a resume item, and then I'll make it into a bulleted list just so it's easier to describe. A couple other things to note. So the way that it's currently set up is we currently have our title, which is the name right here. And then we have our date. So ideally that would be kind of the date from to the date to that you did a project. And then your role, and then this would be just a description of what you did in that role. And then, so basically we went through, we implemented our resume, we implemented resume details, resume edit, resume list, and within the list there's resume items. And we also included a resume service, which is kind of where we have our interaction with our database as well. Our database is on localhost 3000 resumes. As you pointed out, it's kind of particular with the way that you do the database, especially this part right here. I had several problems with cores and stuff like that because I didn't include an S or stuff like that. So kind of had to fight through that a little bit, but that's okay. And then so we also have we get the resume, so we read the resume from the database, we can delete the resume, we can add the resume, we can update the resume. So yeah, and then we also have our server.js, which kind of handles all of the server functionality. So this is what the server looks like. Currently, actually, I think I need to reload that. So this is the server currently. We only have the one item within the server. You can go in and you can add a new item. So let's say I wanted to add a soda crazy. And this was actually a project that I did. So I did it from, like December of 2019 to April of 2019. And my role was a software developer. And then for the description, created Android application. And so there we have it. Something that I would like to learn how to implement, like I said, is just making this into multiple items rather than just the one item. Currently, the way that it's set up, you could add other items to it, but you just can't really make it so that it will, I guess, format it in a nicer way than that. So yeah, that's kind of what we can do right now with that. So we can go in, and I can go in and I can delete this one, and it reloads the page, and it's gone. Or I can edit this one, which I need to make it so the forms can fill in. But let's say I want to make it soda crazy instead of 2 words there. I can save that, and it will make it like that. So yeah, That's an interesting little bug that I just noticed. It doesn't display it after it's been edited, which I wonder if I reload. There it is. So that's an interesting bug that I need to look at as well. But yeah, so that's kind of just a quick summary of the application. There was a lot that I wanted to do more with this. I just ran out of time with the end of the semester. So yeah, thank you so much, Brother Thane. I appreciate everything that you've done to help me, and I really appreciate the help that you've given me. So